everybody, and welcome back once again. Another edition of Inside the Headset as we wrap up the week. We are here at Blackman High School, and we're with the head coach of the Blackman Blaze, Kent Hartsfield. What's going on, Coach?
Oh, just enjoying this cool weather.
Well, it's a typical Tennessee August. Now it is. It's where it usually is.
Yes, sir. It's here.
Yeah, about 95. It's 70 at night, once sun goes down. But, wow. Last Friday night, we got you put your kids on the bus, I got in the truck, and we all went down to Florence, and we played a little football and come away with a W. Talk about the Florence game. I've already talked to Coach Hester, and I thought he had some athletes on the other side of the ball. I told him I loved number one. I thought he had some good kids and everything, but wow, what a couple of kooky plays, and then some other things. But I'll let you take it from there, Coach.
Yeah, it was really bizarre first half with a block punt and a muffed punt and a lot of big plays back and forth, some penalties here and there, and it was pretty wild the first two quarters. But yeah, really athletic team, big up front on defense and their front seven offensively. Good quarterback, good skill guys, really good receiver. I think his last name is Williams.
Yeah.
I've looked at it a few times. And he gave us some problems the first half. I knew he was good, but I hadn't seen a ton on him to know how good he really was.
Well, and nobody had from his junior to senior year
Right.
how much he had progressed.
Right, and Coach Hester's always done a great job using a big-time receiver. We played pretty well. We're not happy with a few things. We got to get better at special teams, and we had 12 penalties or so that really shot ourselves in the foot. But at the end of the day, when you go down there and play a team like that, you'll take a win any way you can
Absolutely.
get it. Defensively, we played fast and played hard, but we got to improve. We made more mistakes than we'd like, and we gave up more yards than the score probably showed. And offensively, we played well. We other than the penalties, we had a lot of big plays and controlled the line of scrimmage and ran the ball well. But overall, we'll take a win over a team like that any day.
Transition-wise, you felt like the team traveled pretty well. Go 2 hours, 120 miles down the road, and come back. You felt like you transitioned well and traveled well for what you got to do using school buses. You wasn't in charter.
Right. Yeah. From the result, I guess we handled it okay.
You got the W, so but I'm talking about there's some other things going on.
Well.
You got to handle kids, get them all on the bus, and make sure they don't forget anything and all that.
Yeah, there's always going to be somebody that forgets something with 100 of them. But, not too many. And just having to stop and eat halfway, that worked out really well. Being able to get the air conditioning, get back on the bus, and then kind of really getting in game mode after the meal, because it's just a different day having to leave a few hours earlier. But we got there a little sooner than I like to as well, so we had some dead time. So I was a little concerned before the game having to wait and sit and wait, because I didn't understand the visitor setup until we got there. And it's a big, nice place, but older locker rooms usually are smaller.
Yep.
So that was kind of a challenge, but they had a nice setup with their music and a big game feel, and I think they kind of woke us up and got us going.
Well, transitioning to that, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, what has Blaze been working on before we talk about this next opponent?
Yeah, it's early in the season. We're still trying to get better and worry about our own problems, because we have plenty of room to grow in a lot of areas to get better, and we're focusing on Blackman for the most part to get better early in the week, and working on Coffee County as well.
Other than the few nicks and bruises and dings and dinks that most teams get by playing a football game, did you come away pretty well okay as far as injuries?
Yeah, we're healthy. Just normal soreness and tweaks and bruises here and there. We had one offensive lineman out last week. He'll be out again this week. We have a defensive lineman who played versus Florence, and his ankle's pretty sore, so he probably won't play again. We need him to get back healthy instead of be hurt all season long. But overall, we're a pretty healthy team right now.
Let's talk about your next opponent. They took a L last Friday night in the coffee pot up against Tullahoma, but you catch you catch Coffee County, and what do you? I mean, you got 2 game tapes on them, but as everybody knows, that they haven't caught a win yet, and they're looking for their first W. But you don't want to take anything lightly. But at the present time, I mean, let's be serious. On paper, Blackman should go down and win. I mean, you tell your ball club, I mean, you expect to win, you expect to go. I mean, it is what it is, but you still got to go out and play hard, do the right things, and you want to do just what you said a while ago. Let's talk about Blackman football and doing what Blackman needs to do.
Yeah, and just kind of what we've been talking about. I mean, there's only 10 season games.
Yep.
And it's a long build-up for those games, and it'd be a shame to not go play your hardest no matter who you're playing against, just to kind of get the reward of everything you've put in up into that point. They're big, like a typical Coffee County team, really big, have some physical kids, got a few kids that run well, and just like anyone else, if you don't show up to play, then you'll be in a situation you don't want to be in. So that's really, we just want to go focused and enjoy the moment with one another and play the best ball we can.
How'd you feel like your assistant coaches as far as communicate with them on Friday night? Everything going okay with all that, communication-wise, up and down from the press box? I see you snickering. Is there an inside joke? Or?
Yeah, it's going great. Our headsets work really well in warm-ups, and about the game time, they never work.
Oh, well, that sounds typical to a Stork Vision broadcast.
Yeah, we can yell at each other a lot on the sidelines, but we're definitely having some issues with that, and the huddle sideline and stuff has not been too good to us the past few weeks. So, no, I would say it's not going very good in that regard, but we're handling it the best we can.
Yeah.
Having to adapt on the fly and things like that and reposition ourselves.
Oh, yeah,
so
I mean, every stadium's different, and how you line up and how the panels meet and how all that gear works. You don't have to talk to anybody. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's been a challenge, and, I think the things are about $20,000 for a new set. So
we'll work with what we got right now, boys.
We'll just go through the static and pick up what we can get.
All righty. Safe travels Friday night. Safe travels, and good luck to you. Hey, kids, all right, tomorrow night you all need to head down to Tullahoma and watch Blackman Blaze take on the Coffee County team, and that kickoff is at 7 o'clock.